place of God's indirect dominion and God's direct dominion. I think some of you do not understand what is a 이거 왜 안 나와? This one. Do not understand without studying divine principle. You do not understand what is the meaning of God's indirect dominion and God's direct dominion. This is very important understanding. Okay, when you grow up, to become true man and true woman, you need to understand very clearly the concept of the indirect dominion and direct dominion. When Heavenly Father created Adam and Eve and all things, they need to grow up in order to fulfill their own portion of responsibility and finally become God's sons and daughters. So I'd like to explain through the next slide what the indirect dominion and the direct dominion. You look at that. All things. What does all things means except the human being? Any creature we are talk about all things. Father said all things reach perfection after passing through the growing period by virtue of autonomy and governance given by God's principle. Human beings, however, pass through the growing period and reach perfection by fulfilling their own portion of responsibility in addition to the guidance provided by the principle. So all things just can grow up like a human's body. Okay, human's body. When you are baby and then so your father and mother take care of you, and then your physical body become certain age, like become 18 or 20 years old, automatically can grow up. So all things are like the growing period by principle. However, human being is different. Human being consists of not just only body, also spirit. That's why to become perfection, to become man of true love, you need to fulfill your own portion of responsibility. That's why God gave a very clear commandment, Genesis chapter 2, verse 17. So the completion of the all things of creation and human being is different. So I want to explain again. Just like all things of creation, the physical bodies of the human beings reach completion by virtue of the autonomy and governance given by God's principle. When you look at the trees and plants, everything, and they can grow up through a certain time period, just by principle. All things like fish and animals and fox or cow, doesn't have any portion of responsibility. Just grew up by principle. However, the spirit selves, human beings' spirit selves of human beings are completed through the human portion of responsibility. This is the difference between all things and human being. You look at that here. Adam and Eve supposed to grow up from the formation stage and growth stage, finally completion stage, then they can fulfill the purpose of creation. However, when Adam and Eve grow, they pass the formation and growth stage. However, at the top of the growth stage, Satan invaded Adam and Eve, and then they made a sexual relationship. Then they fell, and then go to the hell. So this is a position of the human being, out of the principle. So Heavenly Father need to restore back Adam and Eve from the hell. and then they need to go through formation stage, like a growth stage, and finally reach at the top of the growth stage here, okay? And then this is the before the position of Adam and Eve's fall. So Adam and Eve need to meet the Savior, Messiah, and then through the Messiah, Adam and Eve need to have like a experience of the resurrection. Need to revive again. Need to remove original sin, and then Adam and Eve start as a family, as a husband and wife, and then create the 4 realms of heart and 3 great kingship, and then make family completion. Then they can become a perfect being. So here, very important about you need to understand formation stage, growth stage before marriage, before receiving blessing. This time period is God's indirect dominion. So human beings need to fulfill their portion of responsibility. God cannot do anything. That's why we say God's indirect dominion. So you need to do your own homework. When teacher give you homework, teacher cannot help you. Teacher cannot intervene you, because your homework you need to finish it by yourself. So human being, as Adam and Eve, you need to fulfill your own portion of responsibility under the God's indirect dominion. And then this time period, God cannot do anything because they need to fulfill their own portion of responsibility. And then they grow up until the top of the growth stage, as a man and woman receive the blessing by the Messiah. Then Adam and Eve can start family. The point of the starting family is entering God's direct dominion. God directly can intervene to Adam and Eve. So need to know about this point. The human portion of responsibility, the portion of responsibility of each human being, not to eat the fruit of good and evil before marriage. So then, how can I fulfill my portion of responsibility? How can I become true man or true woman? Just a simple responsibility. Looks like a simple responsibility, but actually this is not simple matter. What is the 5% human portion of responsibility? That is keeping absolute God's pure blood lineage. Not to fall, not to eat the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. That's why as a teenager, as a second generation, before receiving blessing, before matching or receiving the blessing, if you have already Adam and Eve's problem, then you completely fail your portion of responsibility. However, no matter what, I absolutely keep God's pure lineage. It means I already fulfill my portion of responsibility. And then you have qualification to receive matching and blessing. So according to the Bible, very clearly mentioned, if you eat it, you will surely die, like a life and death. Not simple matter. The portion of responsibility human being is to pass the line dividing life and death. Keeping pure love is harder than preserving your life. Oh my God. Adam and Eve were sent away because they did not keep their pure love. Keeping pure love is achieving something much greater than Adam and Eve, and will definitely bring a blessing from heaven. You will gain everything by keeping pure love. If you lose your pure love, you will lose everything. So Adam and Eve, when Adam and Eve fell at the top of the growth stage by Satan, at the time Adam and Eve
they don't have any fallen nature. However, we have a fallen nature. We have a very serious fallen and sexual environment everywhere chapter 2 environment. So keeping purity is not simple matter. However, as the second generation, you keep absolute faith, absolute love, absolute obedience, and then finally you keep absolute purity, then God praise you, and God will tell you that you are better than Adam and Eve. Anyone keep absolute purity, and then God tell you, true parents tell you, you are better than Adam and Eve. That's why anyone keep absolute purity, God's pure blood lineage, God tell you, my son, my daughter, I am so much proud of you. You keep absolute God's pure blood lineage. Not just only physically pure, also in your mind, okay? Internally, spiritually, you should be pure. Even though you do not fall physically, internally, all kinds of thinking woman, thinking man, this and that, chapter 2 thinking, pornography, this and that. This spiritually is not pure. That's why you spiritually fall again and again to the chapter 2 movie, okay, pornography, cartoon, this and that. You already spiritually fall many times. Then this one directly connect to physical fall. That's why those who commit sexual sin already spiritually many times fall. Many times. That's why in order to keep your absolute purity, important things, spiritually you have to be clean. You need to separate what is good and what is evil. You need to separate sexual environment very clearly. Otherwise, Satan always invade you. That's why your parents are saying that not to see pornography, not to see this and that. Do not tempt any kind of physical environment. Why parents say like that? Because spiritual fall connect to physical fall. Before Adam and Eve, that's just only one day fall. And Satan came to them, eat fruit, do you know? If you eat fruit, then do you know how much fantastic? Do you know how much delicious it is? Really desirable, okay? So much fantastic. This is happiness. Satan cannot tempt you. You just wake up from the morning, already Satan welcome you. Please welcome. And then Satan invaded you from the morning, early morning, whole day. Your eye is really tempted by Satan. Your nose and your ears, everything. This is the real satanic environment. Under this kind of environment, if you keep in purity, Father said, you are much greater than Adam and Eve. Do you want to be greater than Adam and Eve? Yes or no? Yes. Yes or no? Yes. No matter any kind of temptation, I don't want to repeat same as like Adam's problem, same as Eve's problem, same as my ancestor's problem. Through my generation, completely cut off satanic lineage. Heavenly Father, I want to take revenge. I don't want to fall. I want to really overcome any kind of temptation. Please, Heavenly Father, protect me. I cannot overcome by my own self. I need your power, Heavenly Father. Sometimes you get the temptation and then you kneel down and pray. Heavenly Father, it's difficult for me to overcome. This kind of temptation, what shall I do? And cry and cry and cry and study and confess you are able. And then surely at that moment, God will intervene you. When you ask, that's why Adam and Eve, when they get the temptation from Archangel, what is Adam and Eve's portion of responsibility? They need to ask God. Asking is no problem. They need to ask Heavenly Father, Archangel, tell to me, what should I do? They never ever ask God. When you have that kind of temptation, that kind of problem, then you need to confess, you need to ask your able, your leader, your father and mother what to do. Satan really doesn't like confession. Satan hates confession. Then Satan already telling you, do not confess, do not confess. Everybody saying, you know, this is a physical world, This is a fantastic world. What are you talking about? Satan continuously telling a lie. However, everybody, anyone, we have conscience. If we make something problem with chapter 2, wow, our conscience is very, very, very sensitive. Our conscience is our God. If a human being doesn't have conscience, God cannot do anything. Because each human being has conscience. Your conscience knows that you are doing something wrong, then your conscience tells you that this is wrong. Because conscience is the rule of God. If Adam and Eve do not fall about sexually, and then why human being feel taken the guilty? Nobody can deny about this point. You need to understand this point. That's why when you keep absolute God's pure blood lineage, and God tells you, if you just one condition keeping purity, then I will give you really greatest award. What is greatest award? All universe belong to you. You are the owner of the universe. The sun and moon and ocean, all things belong to you. You are creator. You are the owner of the all things. At the same time, you are my children. This kind of greatest blessing. So here I'd like to mention, what does it mean? Okay, the completion level of growth stage. If we consider formation stage as 33.3%, the growth stage as 33.3%, and the completion stage as 33.3%, then the completion level of growth stage is 66.6%, around 70%. So Adam and Eve fell at the age of 16 years old. If we see the period of individual perfection, the number 20 to 24, as the perfection period, the completion level of the growth stage can be seen as the period of age 16 to 18 years old. We see the age of Adam and Eve's fall as the age that Father selected mother does age 16 to 17. Why? Father met Jesus and God at the age of 16 years old. Why? Mother met the true father at the age of 16 years old. Why? You guys did her age at 16 years old. John Dark, her age also 16 years old. Why? Everybody 16, 17, 16, 17, 16, 17. You need to understand. That is the top of the growth stage. That's why top of the growth stage is the turning point. I go to God's side, I go to Satan's side. That's why when you become teenager, all kinds of temptation will come. Belong to Satan's blood lineage, or you are belong to God's blood lineage. See this fighting between God and Satan, good and evil. You need to know that the reality. So when human beings are physically aged 16 to 18, they must all overcome temptation like Adam and Eve. How about Dr. Young? You don't have any temptation? I got all kinds of temptation as well. Without exception. You are human being, everybody have temptation. Without exception. That's a challenge. Therefore, we have to actively guide them to overcome this time period well. How they overcome this time period is important. If you miss out, Father said, this is Father's word. If you miss out on educating your children during this time period, then you have missed out on their entire lives. That's why when you lose your faith at the age of 16 years old, under the teenage, your whole life completely will lose. But during teenager time, you have a strong determination. No matter what, I want to be a God's son and daughters, or filial son and daughters. If you have that kind of absolute faith and love and obedience, your whole life will be belong to God's son. That's why Dr. Young and Samonim and all the Asian leaders are so much emphasizing second generation workshop. Why they not giving this kind of education? We are the one who know very well. We are the one who learn from the Father. 아주? 아주. So, therefore here, I'd like to mention here. If you miss out on educating your children during this time period, then you have missed out on their entire life. So, during this under the teenager, all our first generation, our father and mother, our first generation, anyone, parents, they really seriously prepare their heart to educate their children every step of their life. I want to protect. 그래서 부모로서 생명을 걸고 애들의 순결을 지켜줘야 돼. 애들이 순결을 잃어버리면 인생 다 끝장나는 거야. 그만큼 하나님의 순수한 율법을 지키는 게 그렇게 중요한 거야. 어? 나가 오해하지만 아니었을 것 같아도 이노지요 갖겠대. 이노지요 갖겠대. 지금은 모든 자체가 주달링하면 또 이노지をかけて守らなきゃならない。ただこんだけ雨のことがなく、ただ学校に送ることがなくて命をかけて自分の子供たちを守らなきゃならない。それが親の責任問題だよ。親の責任問題。同時業界の問題は何かと、親はそんな責任問題をしないから問題じゃない。二世の問題はどこから来るかと、全部一世から来るじゃない。親だけ同時業界の指導者はそんなことをちゃんと教育しないから問題じゃないか。This first generation, this is your problem. You do not blame your second generation why you go that way this way, because you are the one who do not protect your children. You are the one who do not educate them properly. This is your result of your faith. Do not blame the church leader, do not blame the father and mother. So the father only to teach you very clearly how to protect your children. And when human beings came to the stage of going beyond the completion level of the growth stage, they have to overcome the spiritual temptation that Adam and Eve were facing. That's why taking drugs, smoking and drugs in the world. Alcohol, this one, everything finally connect to chapter. Adam and Eve's problem. That's why those who are smoking, I think 100% potential to connect to Adam and Eve's problem. Those who are drinking, those who are taking drugs, They everything finally connect to chapter 2. Adam and Eve's problem. That's why we are asking you prevent from the smoking, from alcohol, 그다음 뭐야?
드락.
From drugs. 자, this part is a very important slide. The bridge of true love. With the perfection of Adam comes the completion of the portion of responsibility for all. As you all know that is the point where the realm of God's indirect dominion and the realm of God's direct dominion are all connected. By completing the portion of responsibility, this realm of God's indirect dominion can be connected to the realm of God's direct dominion. The way of connecting the realm of God's direct dominion and the realm of God's indirect dominion begins from love. Love can make a bridge between the realm of God's indirect dominion and the realm of God's direct dominion. A real, true bridge of love between God and human beings is possible. Without the completion of the portion of responsibility, there is no connection between God and human beings. With the portion of responsibility, God and human beings can become one based on true love. 자, my dear brothers and sisters. Indirect dominion means what? God cannot intervene your portion of responsibility, not to eat the fruit of good and evil. And then God's direct dominion, God's direct dominion means what? After you receive blessing, God allow you, please eat the fruit. God allow you to eat the fruit. God giving you permission. That is God's direct dominion. What is the difference between indirect dominion, God, the direct dominion? Indirect dominion means do not eat. Do not look at the woman and man. You not overcome temptation. That is indirect dominion. However, after matching and receiving blessing, and God officially and proudly announce and give the permission, now you need to start family as a husband and wife. Officially, I allow, please eat the fruit. That is God's direct dominion. 아죠? 아죠? Then I am telling you. Can you see the backside? Then where is the point? Where is the point? Where is the point? God's indirect dominion and direct dominion meet together. Where's the meeting point? Where's the meeting point? Okay, here is 이렇게 line here. Here is indirect dominion. Here is a direct dominion. Here is a line. So I until now I grow up and stay under God's indirect dominion, and then I want to cross over this line, and then enter God's direct dominion. Then when is there the borderline? Where is the borderline? Where is the borderline? When I can cross over? This is after receiving blessing as a man and woman. First night, man's sexual organ, man's love organ, enter woman's sexual organ. That point, then the meeting point is what? Meeting point between God's indirect dominion and then God's direct dominion. That's why maybe many of you still no experience, but I am telling you, no, because secular world, I want to protect you. So when a man and woman keep absolute purity, 100% purity, and man and woman matching and receiving blessing, and then man as a representative of God, woman as a representative of God's wife, and then man embrace woman. And then man's sexual organ enter woman's sexual organ. What happened? What happened? Woman's virginity open. And then bleeding. Man's sexual organ also bleeding. And woman's sexual organ was bleeding. This is the ceremony, opening ceremony to enter God's direct dominion. That's why first night is the borderline. When man's sexual organ touch and enter the woman's sexual organ, now our couple entering God's direct dominion. Ajo? This is very important. Many people learn what the God's direct dominion, indirect dominion. They do not understand. God's direct dominion means God allows you to eat the fruit. Look at that. This man, this woman. Man is a representative of indirect dominion. Woman is representative of the direct dominion. This is man's sexual organ. This woman's sexual organ. Now man's sexual organ enter. So man's sexual organ like this. Man's father said, man's sexual organ is what? The bridge of love. Oh? If man's sexual organ like the same as woman, then no bridge. Yes or no?
Yes.
No bridge. Okay, man and woman. Man's sexual organ. Same as a woman. Minus. Then who made the bridge? Man's sexual organ is bridge of true love. 아주?
아주.
아주?
아주.
This kind of guidance is so much precious guidance. I am teaching you first time.
와.
Why don't you give a big hand to our program? That's why Father said, love can make the bridge between the, very important, love between husband and wife. Love can make the bridge between the realm of God's indirect dominion and the realm of God's direct dominion. A real true bridge of love between God and human being, between man and woman is possible. That's why anyone receiving blessing, having the first night is the greatest moment to enter God's direct dominion. And God intervened everything. God wants to see that kind of the situation during Adam and Eve time. So Father said, the first human ancestor Adam and Eve could not cross into the realm of God's direct dominion because of the fall. 야, important point. 이거 중요해. 잘 들어. Where is the meeting place of God's indirect dominion and God's direct dominion? Entering heaven means that during their period of incompletion, Adam and Eve must keep their pure love, receiving the blessing of heaven and passing through the first night and day. Wow! Complete the human portion of responsibility, thus connecting the realm of the indirect dominion and the realm of the direct dominion. What's that? Adam and Eve must keep their pure love, receiving the blessing of heaven and of heaven. Okay? And passing through the first night. First night. That's why my brothers and sisters, your first night is very, very important. Your first night need to offer God. If you offer your first night to the Satan, offer your first night already Satan? Did you offer your first night to God? God. Adam and Eve's marriage is what? God's marriage. God is invisible. That's why Adam become God's representative and then Eve become God's wife. And God's female nature and male nature, first night, they get together, completely become one. From that moment, start God's direct dominion, which is kingdom of heaven. 아주? The portion of responsibility that is connected to God's lineage. If the portion of responsibility is completed, it establishes a relationship of love in the realm of God's indirect dominion and direct dominion. Here, vertical and horizontal love connect. Through this vertical and horizontal love, the relationship of God's lineage arise. When God's vertical lineage arise, when Adam and Eve completely unite together, centering on God. God's male nature, Adam, he need to inherit from God's male nature, and then woman need to resemble and inherit God's female nature, and then they combine together, unite together, physically, spiritually become one. That is the most important moment to inherit God's true love. From that moment, Adam and Eve have a qualification to dominate all things. Sun and moon and ocean, everything. He become the owner of the true love. Owner of true love means you have a qualification to handle and dominate all things. Wow, God's creation is like that. So, that lineage which results from the vertical and horizontal love based on God's true love cannot invade by Satan. It has nothing to do with Satan. You should receive the traditional lineage. Heavenly Father, traditional blood lineage that is completely grounded in the pure love of God. This is the conclusion part. What is the meaning of the first night between husband and wife? The position and the meeting point of God's indirect dominion and direct dominion. Okay? So man is a representative of the indirect dominion. Woman is a representative of the direct dominion. And then first night. Did you have experience first night? Maybe some of them already received blessing. You have a first night experience, first generation. First night, the biggest and the best festival to be celebrated for whole life and eternity. That's why when you receive the matching and blessing, do not start family by yourself. Heavenly Father waited for 6,000 years to see this kind of a really exciting moment. That's why you people starting family, you need to come to your father and mother and then report to your father and mother. Father and mother, tonight we are going to start family.
Wow.
First night. Wow. Then, not just only prayer. That day is you need to invite your relative, your cousin and family, plus family. Festival. Because you are at the God's direct dominion. Kingdom of heaven.
Whoa.
And then, Father, Mother, Daddy, today we are going to start family. You're very shame or shy. Don't do like it.
Yes.
You have to proud.
Yes.
We are entering God's direct dominion, God's kingdom of heaven. Heavenly Father, wait so long time. And then need to buy big cake. and then prepare good clothes. Do not go to the hotel. Need to find a sanctified place, very holy place. Because in order to welcome God. So, Adam and Eve, first night, sexual relationship. God, I am representative of you. Eve, I am representative of God's wife. So, man, top. Men go up top, and woman, bottom. Right? Bottom. And then man, woman, with sexual relationship, and then very much excited. And then man's sperm come out, baby seed. Heavenly Father, now I am planting heavenly blood lily, heavenly seed to your representative of me. I am planting. You need to plant God's blood lilies, not Satan's blood lilies. And woman, as a woman, embrace your husband. Now I receive God's pure blood lily, God's seed. Welcome God's seed, holy blood lily. Wow, how much wonderful it is. Kênh lời,
Kính chăng đời,
kênh lời, no kênh lời.
kính chăng đời.
It is great or no great?
Great.
Man and woman sexual relationship doesn't matter at all. So excited, physically excited, already sperm come out. That's the problem. That's why when you make relationship with the husband and wife, the first night, I am ready to plant God's holy seed, pure blood lilies. And woman, I am ready. I already put the tongues up to receive God's holy blood lilies. I want to receive. Father said, if husband is like that, if wife is like that, definitely your second generation is much better than first generation. My father and mother, even my church leader, nobody educated me like this. I learned from father's word, and already too late. Already I have 3 children, my goodness. I did not know because nobody teach me. But when I study father's word, I realized this is God's intention, how to plant God's holy blood in it. Wonderful! Satan plant his evil lineage. This is the fall. That's why our Heavenly Father has prepared how much God to suffer. That's why this first night with the Pastor Festival. Bum, 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 bum. Happy birthday, not happy birthday. Happy Anthony, God's direct dominion. You need to do the like this. Yes or no? Yes or no? Don't be shy. God's direct dominion, kingdom of heaven. Wow. Dr. Young teach directly to our second generation like that. Wow, my God. So, for whom do I offer my first night? My first night I already offered to Satan or God. That's why when you start family, you exactly know the meaning of the first night. Your father and mother so far didn't teach clearly. This is the problem. How about your holy marriage? How about your holy sexual relationship? This is the most holy of the holy. Not 31 at all. The meeting of the first night between husband and wife the position to begin the four great realms of heart. Four great realms of heart means what? Parental heart, conjugal heart, and the siblings' heart, and children's heart, all together. So when you enter the first night, you start already four realms of heart. I can learn what the parental heart, what the conjugal heart, what the brothers and sisters heart. This is the starting point. And then the position of the start, God's kingdom of heaven on the earth. Wow! God's kingdom of heaven start from where? Start where? From first night. I am telling you directly. When God's kingdom of heaven begin, from what? From what? First night. Why Jesus cannot enter the kingdom of heaven? No Mary, no Mary. The position of the position to inherit God's great work of His creation and true love. That's why when we have the first night experience, that's the most beautiful moment to inherit all God's creation work. The position of dominate all things. You can become the owner of all things. And the position to where God's eternal blessing, happiness, freedom, peace, and unity begins. But Adam and Eve, the first night, begins from Satan. That's why instead of the eternal blessing, temporarily kind of the happiness, and then no freedom, and no peace, no unity. Yeah. My brothers and sisters, first night, that much important. Do you want to have the wonderful first night? Yes or no? Yes. With God's blessing? Yes or no? Yes, yes or no? Yes. So again, I want to explain here. God's direct dominion, indirect dominion, God's direct dominion. So you are now growing, and then 10 years old, 16 years old, 17, 18 years old, and you receive the blessing by true parents. And as Adam and Eve receiving blessing and start family, and then you have children, you need to become the parents, you have to experience of the brothers and sisters love, and then grow, then you can complete four realms of heart, and the three great kingship, three generations together. Do you know what the God's love? God's love is very simple. God's love is simple. Parental love plus, husband and wife's love plus, and then brothers and sisters love plus, and children love plus. These four kinds of love is God's love. That's why you do not become husband and wife. You do not understand God's love. You do not, without children, without becoming parents, you do not understand what is God's love. That's why you need to have experience four kinds of love in the family. Because the kingdom of heaven, the structure of the kingdom of heaven is what? Based on family, not individual. No matter how much you exert faith and love and obedience, you cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. The structure of the kingdom of heaven only welcome family level. 아죠? 자, few slides read and then finish. Father said the realm of God's direct, indirect dominion and the marriage of Adam and Eve. God created human beings with the realm of His direct and indirect dominion. When do the realm of God's direct dominion and indirect dominion become one? When Adam and Eve, the original true ancestor of humankind, become mature and able to love horizontally, then God comes and tries to connect Adam and Eve based on vertical love. That is the marriage of Adam and Eve. Answer is here. When God's direct dominion, indirect dominion meet together, centering on marriage of Adam and Eve, that is how everything in the world will be united. And also, the two conditions to fulfill one's portion of responsibility. The reason that Adam and Eve fell is that they did not fulfill their portion of responsibility. then can Adam fulfill his portion of responsibility by himself? First, he must put God at his center, become one with God. You must understand that you cannot fulfill your portion of responsibility before you become one with God. Next, you must become one with the principle, these two conditions must be established. In order to fulfill about the human portion of responsibility, there are two things. First one, your spirit unite with God, completely become one. So how to become with God one? How to? What's that? Through what? Through God's word. God's word. Without doing 훈독해, without studying God's word, impossible to unite with God. That's why, my dear brothers and sisters, in order to keep absolute purity, what to do? You need to study all the time 훈독해. God's word is God's love. You are everyday eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You need to eat God's fruit, God's food, spiritual food. That is God's word. Therefore, the first article of faith is people of faith must absolutely believe in God, absolutely return to God, stand perfectly with God at your center. Know that no matter what the religion, this is the first article of people of faith. Then what comes second? Become one with the principle, with the law set up by God. Become completely one with the law, God's law, not to fall. Unite with God's word. Maybe this is the last one. The realm of God's direct dominion and marriage. The realm of God's direct dominion is a position when Adam and Eve can participate centered on love. The true realm of God's direct dominion is possible when Adam and Eve complete the portion of responsibility, when Adam and Eve become a couple, and when Adam and Eve become an eternal father and mother. This is why marriage is absolutely necessary. This cannot be accomplished by unmarried single person. You cannot do this as a single person, right? From the viewpoint of the principle, unmarried person cannot go to the kingdom of heaven as desired by God. What about Jesus? Then he could not go to the kingdom of heaven. Why? What about all human, all you unmarried men and women who have studied the Bible and believe in Christianity? Do you think Jesus could go to heaven? Even though he was the Messiah, without marriage, without establishing family, cannot enter kingdom of heaven. This is the heavenly law. Oh, this is very important. The blessing and realm of the God's director. You see here. All conclusion here. After you are blessed, you enter the realm of God's direct dominion, which is the kingdom of heaven. In the realm of the unification movement, you still have the responsibility to offer your nation, and by completing that responsibility, you can become one with the true parents, can connect to them directly. When God and human beings move through 8 stages, the Satan world will disappear because the family Messiah, the tribal Messiah, and the national Messiah can all be free from Satan through the true parents. That's why, first of all, we need to become family Messiah. As a husband and wife, family Messiah. Secondly, we multiply blessing to our tribe. Need to become tribal Messiah. And then by the final stage, we need to restore God's nation, God's sovereignty, God's people. Everything is handled by heavenly constitution. Then, automatically, the world finally become God's kingdom of heaven. So, my brothers and sisters, I'd like to emphasize one thing. You go back, not just only go to church and attend the Sunday service. One thing. In your life, most important thing is you need to follow tradition of Fundoke. You know, my three children, all of them have received blessing. Many people say, oh, Dr. You are such a busy person. Someone was very busy. How come three children follow the parents very well and three of them all receive the blessing? They want to know the secret. Then I tell them, the secret is very simple. What is that? If you keep Fundok tradition, definitely God will protect you, like the Father said. He said, if you set up the Fundok study tradition in your family, Satan will find no room to move. Satan cannot find any room to move. Secondly, you will cut off Satan's bloodline, even though you cannot fallen bloodline, fallen the nature. But through Fundok, finally remove Satan's fallen nature and blood lineage. And then my family always alive with God as at high noon where no shadow is cast. God directly dominate. My family will get great blessing. Do you want to receive God's blessing? Yes or no? Yes. Then keep absolutely Fundok tradition no matter what. Then finally we'll get great blessing. Not money blessing, not material blessing. Even though I don't have money, but God bless me. My all three children receive blessing. And then first son already have a son, I have a grandchild. Huh? This is the greatest blessing. The world will automatically become the heavenly kingdom on earth, and in an eternal spiritual world, everybody follow Fundok tradition and establishing ideal family, keeping purity. Finally, we can make the kingdom of heaven on the earth. 아주. So, blessing means what? Blessing means after you are blessed, you enter the realm of God's direct dominion. Do you want to enter God's direct dominion quickly? Yes or no? Yes. Then need to follow to the parents' guidance. At the age 16, 17, 18, you have to be ready to receive blessing. Follow to the parents' direction. Already more than 20 years old. Too late. Somebody said, oh, my case by case for you. Someone is dying and is still very young. Or say that. Do not think that way. So, my dear brothers and sisters, you need to understand the meaning of the first night. Do you understand the meaning of the first night? Yes. So exciting to wait first night. Where's my darling? Where's my honey? Dr. I want to have first night, but I don't have yet my object partner. God will give you if you are ready. If your 정성 reach to heaven, surely give your object partner to you. 아주. Thank you very much. See you again. Everybody stand up, please. 사랑하는 우리 하늘 부모님, 존귀하옵시고 승리하신 우리 천지인 장부하님, 당신의 사랑은 위대합니다. 당신의 사랑은 이루 헤아릴 수 없을 만큼 엄청납니다. 이렇게 부족한 저희를 연말 가운데 저희들을 불러주시고 이렇게 또한 새로운 대망의 새해를 당신의 축복과 원리의 말씀과 더불어 시작할 수 있는 귀한 한 시간을 갖게 주신 것을 진심으로 감사드리지 않을 수 없사오니 하늘 부모님, 오늘 전했던 이 말씀을 알고 보니 하나님의 직접 주관권과 하나님의 간접 주관권이라는 것이 얼마나 중요한지를 깨달았습니다. 당신의 아들, 딸들이 순수한 혈통을 지켜가지고 하나님의 직접 주관권이 당신의 천국에 입성하기를 얼마나 간절히 간구하시고 소원하셨사옵니다. 오늘 이렇게 하나님의 6,000년 역사 만에 처음으로 참부모님을 대신해서 이 귀한 말씀을 6,000년 전에 하고 싶었던 말씀을 참부모님을 통해서 이제서야 확실하게 전달할 수 있는 이런 한 때를 맞이한다고 하는 것이 얼마나 놀랍고 얼마나 감사한 목의 싸움나이다. 여기에 모여있는 아들, 딸들이 모두가 절대 순결을 지킴으로 말미암아 하늘이 축복하고 영계가 축복하고 조상들이 축복하는 first night 첫날 밤을 다 통과하여 한 사람도 예외 없이 하나님의 나라에 입성할 줄 아는 효자가 되고 효자가 다 될 수 있도록 축복해 주시옵기를 진심으로 바라고 원하옵니다. 다시 한번 이런 귀한 시간 허락해 주시면서 감사드려드리오며 이제 가는 말처럼 지켜주시고 이제 금년말 다시 이 세수련회 때는 더욱더 저희들이 열정과 준비된 마음을 가지고 찾아와서 하늘과 땅과 천지인 참부모님을 기쁘게 해드릴 수 있는 저희들의 모습들이 되기를 진심으로 바라옵고 원하오면서 모든 말씀 축복의 중심가정 용정식 그리고 사사기 요시의 이름으로 감사하며 보고하고 하였사옵나이다. 아주
So once again, please give big hand to our Dr. and Mrs. Long. Mindset, this determination is the beginning point to everything. So I hope really, not only Malaysia, all our Asian Pacific second generation also determine and prepare and inherit the true parents' heart. Okay? So anyway, thank you very much for all the person who share the testimony. So once again, please big hand. Thank you very much for your sharing. Now we will proceed to the presentation of certificate. So